My mother was my whole life. She was the only one from the very beginning of life to the very end that was with me the whole way through. I could never thank her enough. The amount of admiration and love and respect I have for that woman is beyond measure. I love you, Mom. Back in 2011, she had informed me that she had something called vascular dementia. What you need to know about her is that she was a very tough woman, very self-sufficient, very independent, self-reliant, didn't need no help from nobody. Fast forward on January 8, 2023, I lost my mother to that vascular dementia. To watch that woman as I've already described her, and then to see her there at the end before she died, it was a night and day difference. That disease, it's very cruel, unforgiving, and it's relentless until it takes you. It shook me to my absolute core to watch her go that way. To say my whole world got turned upside down would be an understatement, for sure. Both of my great-grandparents, they both had dementia. Her father, my grandpa, he was taken with it. My mom's biological mother also had it, and also my grandmother on my father's side also had it. Point being is that it definitely runs very rampant in my bloodline, and sometime after she had passed, I really got to thinking about that. The reality of what's probably coming down the pipeline later really started sinking in. So it really got me to thinking, because I wasn't happy with the way life had been going for quite a while. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. You do what's expected of you, what is the norm. You work whatever job you can get your hands on. You show up every day, you work your butt off, and yet you can never get ahead. You barely tread with your head right about here above the waterline. And you just keep kicking and hoping you don't drown. After her death, I started reevaluating some things. I wasn't happy at all. I was miserable because I realized I wasn't living, and I hadn't been for a long time. I was existing. There's a major difference. I was surviving. Again, that's not living. After she passed, there was a small inheritance that afforded me the opportunity to take a shot. I could either sit on it and do what is considered the smart, responsible thing. But in the end, we all know how that goes. The bills just get higher and higher. The inflation keeps rising and rising. You'll eventually just drain it anyway, being miserable. I didn't see much of a future in that, or much of anything to look forward to with that. So instead, I chose to take a shot at a new life. I got to thinking about what would make you happy. Traveling. That was actually one of my fondest memories with my mother growing up. We took a trip in '91, I remember, out to California, a car trip all the way out there and back. Amazing. Some of my best memories. In 1993, she took me to Australia. Again, amazing. 13-year-old me, I don't think appreciated that nearly enough though. And for that, I'm sorry, Mom, because it was absolutely amazing. And it also inspired me. Maybe a lot of years later, but it inspired me because the more I kept looking into traveling, the more research I did, I felt something I was never getting from any job I ever worked. I felt a hunger. I felt alive. I felt renewed and excited. This world is one big place to explore, to enjoy, to embrace, to experience. And that's what I got excited about, and that's what I wanted. And that's why I'm here. I almost let fear hold me back from it. Although, 10,000 reasons I could come up with why this was a bad idea, dumb idea, crazy idea. I had to keep checking with Brooke and whatnot. Am I insane? Am I losing it? Is this like a midlife crisis? But no matter what, it kept staying right there and then right here. All I know is that I've never felt more alive. I've never felt better. I enjoy the work. I look forward to it. And the fact that Brooke and I are experiencing it together just makes it so much better. It is absolutely awesome to have your best friend, your wife, and your love with you. I would say that what I learned from all that, that pain was that life, it's one-off, a one-time gift. I feel like I wasted so much time and so many years trying to fit into some mold that I didn't fit into, just because it was the normal thing to do or the standard way of doing it. Didn't matter how miserable it made me, no more, never again. And my second bit that would go with that is time. We all know the hourglass with the sand, right? Constantly draining and draining until there is no more. That's life. Time is your most precious resource that you have in this gift of life. That wonderful woman who died on January 8, 2023 used to tell me all the time, if you find something that you love, you'll never work a day in your life. She's right. It is worth it to truly live and to experience this world. It's amazing. It's an amazing place. The people can be amazing. The cultures can be amazing. The landmarks, the history, the beauty that exists. I don't know when and how it all started, but I have noticed it feels like whoever ends up with the most toys at the end of life wins. The most money, the biggest bank account, the most cars, the biggest house. Congratulations, because in the end, you can't take it with you. Life is a zero-sum game that we all will lose in the end. My mother's death made very clear to me, all the possessions in the world don't mean nothing. They're just things. So we gladly traded in all those possessions and things, and instead, experiences. And I gotta tell you, it feels great. So I really truly hope that there are some of you out there that'll be able to understand this. And if you would like to come along with us for that ride, we would love to have you. We'd love to hear about your lives, and what, maybe is holding you up, a fear that's holding you back from pulling the trigger on making a leap. If we can encourage you or just get you to think or feel or see things just a little bit differently, and maybe you can take a chance on whatever you've wanted in life, then I'd say then that's rewarding. And I'm okay with that. Thank you. If you stuck around and watched this and listened, thank you. All right, we'll catch you on the next one.